What it do, Niner fam? It's been a minute. I was waiting on my boy Richard Sherman to chime in. You know what I'm saying? He been on that Seattle Seahawk tip. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I ain't gonna get into that. But because they kept talking about Patrick Mahomes and GOAT this and all this and he's the best and all this, that, and the other. Come on, man. I used to be like, I'm like, how is it? Look, Mahomes was squeaking by in games. And when I say squeaking by, it's games that he should have lost. But thanks to the flags, he won. That ain't no GOAT, man. That's not a GOAT. But now, let's see what Richard Sherman has to say. He said, that boy isn't even on Joe Montana's level. You feel me? And the thing is, you got to understand. All right, that's why we don't even, Tom Brady's the GOAT. When you got 7 rings, you are the GOAT. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But Joe Montana flawlessly got 4 rings. Flawlessly. And we ain't talking about no, maybe got, a couple of touchdowns. No. Where every Super Bowl, he was MVP and never threw an interception in the Super Bowl. And all 4 he was in. Never threw 1 interception. And it was never no controversy with the referees. It was never none of that crap. Montana was playing in the air. And you know what? They got a whole video where Lawrence Taylor, and it ain't me. Lawrence Taylor was saying Tom Brady wasn't the GOAT. He said Joe Montana was. And the reason Lawrence Taylor said that is because Lawrence Taylor was like, I was trying to kill him. And remember, this is when the referees was letting them play. Y'all know they came up with the Brady rule. So yeah, Brady got 7 Super Bowls, but now come on now, man. They made James Harrison basically stop playing football because he was hitting these quarterbacks. So back then, it was none of that. You know what I'm saying? And Joe Montana had to just deal with it. I mean, he was dealing with anybody you seen when you looking at them names from back in the days. Joe Montana was having to deal with it. When you looking at all the Hall of Famers from back, when they usually say, well, football ain't what it used to be. And if those guys were playing now, they would never be able to play now. They would all get suspended. Joe Montana was having to win Super Bowls, not win games, win Super Bowls when you got a guy like Lawrence Taylor on you. Come on now, man. See, the thing is now, people don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear that. People want to say, hey, he got sacked a couple times. People wasn't just getting sacked, man. You got to understand, they was getting maimed. That was real football. It's the reason Mike Singletary, he just looked at scary. He just looked at scary. Okay? The closest thing that they have to that, to this era where people can have an understanding of how, brutal football and how crucial it was is Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis he was like the end of that era, the beginning of this, and then it was it. That was it. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was too much. It was too much. You know what I'm saying? So when people, Ray Lewis, just go look back and see who Ray Lewis mimicked his game after. Just go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like Mike Singletary, the 85 Bears. You know what I'm saying? That defense was ferocious. Not because they ran to you and touched you and the referee. No. Because they were hurting people. And Joe Montana had to play in an era where that's all it was. That's almost every team. That's all it was. You know what I'm saying? That's why, back in those days, you had to have a big receiver or a receiver with hands. That's why you have a Michael Irvin. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have a Randy Moss. That's why you have a Jerry Rice. That's why you have receivers like that were clutch. Because you think wait a minute. You honestly think you're going to catch the ball and come across the middle? A Ray Lewis, Mike Singletary, Lawrence said somebody, and they just don't touch you? Y'all don't know who Jack Tatum is, huh? Y'all don't know who Jack Tatum is. If you want to know what football was like back in the days, go look up Jack Tatum. Just go look him up. And see, those are real. That's when football was real. So when you see somebody like Richard Sherman says, that boy isn't even on Joe Montana's level. He couldn't be. He couldn't be. Now, if you want to talk about, well, yeah, this in this era with the referees, throwing the flags for him, hey, I got nothing against that. I've never seen that many flags thrown for a quarterback. I've never seen it. So he got that title. I've never seen that many overturned interceptions. That's why this Super Bowl was like an anomaly. It was like an anomaly, I'm telling you. That's why when I tell the truth, when everybody first saw the Super Bowl and what's that, your boy Brown, A.J. Brown caught the ball and they called it an offensive pass interference, everybody said, here we go. Here we go. Everybody said it. But once we seen which way they shifted, I said, oh, let me watch this. Let me watch this ass whooping. You feel me? Because it was an ass whooping. It was Chiefs. It was an ass whooping. I know you want to, say differently, but it was an ass whooping. So, yeah, my boy Sherman, I'm glad he spoke on it. You feel me? I'm glad he spoke on it because not a lot of people were playing that era, that Dan Marino era. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people was not going to play in that era, man. You know what I'm saying? They did have some real QBs back then. There was some real hitters, man. You feel me? That's why usually they used to have them sit down on the bench, the rookie quarterback sit down on the bench for a season or two a year, get him up to speed. Because you throwing them rookies in there, man, it just wasn't fair. It wasn't right. It wasn't right. It just wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? Now that the rules are more laxed, you can put a rookie in there because if somebody breathes a flag, you know what I'm saying? Flag, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? That's why people don't understand. When Purdy started as a rookie, he was blitzed 98% of the time. Or 98%. That means almost every play they blitzed him. And he still made it to the NFC Championship. And eventually got injured. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, now, times have changed, you know what I'm saying? But you do got some tough QBs out there. That's why I mentioned Purdy. Let me know what y'all think. Leave it in the comments. Peace. I'm out of here, man.